Let me ask you something that might hit hard. When you're talking to a woman you really like, do you ever catch yourself thinking, she's out of my league? Or I'm lucky she's even talking to me? Or I hope I don't mess this up? If you've ever had those thoughts, you're not alone. Every guy has them. But here's the problem. Those thoughts aren't harmless. They're the beginning of a pattern that will destroy your chances with women. Because when you put her above you, you take yourself down. And a man who takes himself down is a man women can't respect. I want to talk about something that's at the core of almost every attraction issue men have: self-devaluation. The subtle, often unconscious belief that you're not enough, that she's more valuable than you, that you need to earn her attention, her approval, her affection. That belief is a poison. It leaks into everything you do. It makes you nervous, anxious, and performative. It makes you say yes when you want to say no. It makes you tolerate behavior you shouldn't tolerate. It makes you chase, cling, and overfunction. And it's the single biggest turnoff in existence. Think about it. When you undervalue yourself, you're telling her without words, I don't think I'm that great, but maybe if you like me, I'll feel better. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone. And women can feel that pressure. They can feel that you're using them to validate your own worth. And nobody wants to be someone's validation machine. They want to be chosen by someone who already knows he's a catch. I used to undervalue myself constantly. When I was younger, I would put women on pedestals. I would think they were better than me, smarter, more interesting, more valuable, and I would act accordingly. I would be nervous, eager to please, afraid to disagree. I would over-text, over-compliment, over-invest, and the women I dated would always lose interest. They'd go from warm to cold, from engaged to distant, and I was confused. I thought I was being a good guy. I thought I was showing interest, but what I was actually showing was that I didn't think I was enough, and they believed me. Now, I want to be clear. This isn't about arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than everyone else. It's about knowing your own value. It's about understanding that you're inherently worthy of love and respect, not because of what you have or what you've done, but because you exist. That's not arrogance. That's grounded self-worth. And grounded self-worth is the foundation of all real confidence. Let me give you an example of what self-devaluation looks like in action. You're on a date. She's late. The undervalued man says, "Oh, no problem at all. Take your time. I wasn't doing anything anyway." He's apologizing for her lateness. He's making himself small. The grounded man says, "Hey, hope everything's okay. I'm going to grab a seat." He's not angry. He's not cold. He's just not a doormat. He's communicating that his time matters. And that simple boundary communicates self-worth. Another example, she cancels plans. The undervalued man says, "Oh, totally fine. Let me know when you're free. I'm flexible." He's telling her that his schedule is meaningless, that he'll wait for her. The grounded man says, "All good. Let me know earlier next time." Well, he's not punishing her. He's just saying that his time is valuable. And if she wants to see him, she needs to respect that. That's self-worth. Now, let me talk about the psychology of self-devaluation. When you undervalue yourself, you're basically giving her permission to undervalue you too. Because if you don't think you're valuable, why should she? You're setting the standard, and if that standard is low, she'll meet it. She'll treat you as someone who doesn't deserve her best, because that's what you've told her you believe. Think about the men who are truly successful with women, the ones who have women chasing them, not the other way around. Are they the ones who undervalue themselves? No. They know their worth, not in a cocky way, in a quiet, unshakable way. They don't need to prove anything. They don't need to chase. They don't need to overinvest. They just are, and that being is attractive because it's real. It's not desperate. It's not grasping. It's just a man who knows what he brings to the table. I want to tell you about a shift that changed everything for me. I stopped thinking about what I could get from women and started thinking about what I could offer, not in a transactional way, in a value way. I realized that I have a lot to offer. I'm funny, I'm loyal, I'm ambitious, I'm thoughtful, I'm a good listener, I'm emotionally intelligent, I have a lot to give. And if a woman doesn't see that, that's her loss, not mine. That doesn't mean I think I'm better than anyone. It just means I know what I bring. And that knowledge changes everything. When you know your value, you stop chasing, you stop over investing, you stop tolerating bad behavior, you stop needing her approval, you start being selective, you start asking yourself, is she good enough for me? Instead of, am I good enough for her? That's not arrogance, that's self-respect. And self-respect is attractive. And here's the thing, women can smell a man who undervalues himself from a mile away. It's in the way he holds himself, the way he speaks, the way he looks at her a little too long, a little too hopeful, a little too desperate. It's in the way he laughs at jokes that aren't funny, the way he agrees when he disagrees, the way he texts back immediately every single time. All of those behaviors scream, I don't think I'm enough. Please like me so I can feel better. And that is the most unattractive thing in the world. Now, let me address a fear. If I value myself too much, won't I come across as arrogant? Won't women think I'm full of myself? There's a difference between self-value and arrogance. Arrogance is trying to convince others you're valuable because deep down you don't believe it. Self-value is just knowing it without needing to prove it. Arrogance talks too much. Self-value listens. Arrogance brags. Self-value doesn't need to. Arrogance puts others down. Self-value lifts others up. The grounded man doesn't need to convince anyone he's worthy. He just knows it. And that knowing is quiet, confident, and attractive. I want to give you a way to check your own self-value. Ask yourself this question. If a woman rejected me right now, would I still know that I'm a great guy? If the answer is yes, you have self-value. If the answer is no, you need to work on it because your worth is not determined by whether she likes you. Your worth is inherent. It exists regardless of anyone's opinion. And when you truly believe that, you become free, free to be yourself, free to take risks, free to walk away from situations that don't serve you. And freedom is the most attractive quality there is. I remember a specific moment where I had to choose between undervaluing myself and standing up for my worth. I was dating a woman who was consistently late, not 5 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and I kept tolerating it. I thought I was being patient. I thought I was being understanding, but I was really being a doormat. Finally, I realized I was undervaluing myself. I was telling her that my time didn't matter, so the next time she was late, I left. I texted her, I waited 20 minutes. I'm going to head out. Let me know if you want to try another time. She was shocked. She texted back immediately apologizing. She said no one had ever done that before. And you know what? She was never late again because I showed her that I valued myself and she respected me more for it. That's the power of self-value. It's not about being mean. It's about being clear. It's about saying, I am worth respecting. And when you say that, people believe you. Not because you said it, because you acted like it, and actions speak louder than words. Here's the deeper truth. When you undervalue yourself, you attract women who will undervalue you. You attract women who are looking for a doormat, someone they can walk all over, someone who will put them on a pedestal. And those women will never respect you. They might enjoy your attention for a while. They might even date you. But they will never love you because you can't love someone you don't respect. And you can't respect someone who doesn't respect themselves. But when you value yourself, you attract a different kind of woman, the kind who respects strength, the kind who wants a partner, not a servant, the kind who sees your value and matches it. Those women are out there, but you won't find them until you start valuing yourself enough to only accept someone who values you back. So here's your challenge. This week, I want you to catch yourself when you start undervaluing yourself. Notice when you put her above you. Notice when you tolerate things you shouldn't. Notice when you apologize for things you shouldn't apologize for. And when you catch yourself, stop. Say to yourself, I am valuable. I am worthy. I deserve respect. Then act from that place. Say no when you need to. Walk away when you need to. Set boundaries. Speak your truth, not aggressively, calmly, just from a place of knowing your worth. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That's the old pattern, dying. Keep going. Soon it will feel natural, and you'll start to see the difference in how women respond. They'll lean in, not back away. They'll respect you, not dismiss you. They'll choose you, not tolerate you.